My name is Serge Koenig, and I am interviewing my wife, Marcia Everts, of 23 years, the person whom has changed my life and made it so much richer and happier. And this is her celebration story. So, Marcia, honey, where were you born and what was life like?
Well, wow, that was quite the introduction. I feel honored. I was born and raised in Wisconsin, small town, Bear Creek, Wisconsin. Population maybe reached 500. I went to elementary school at the small Catholic school in Bear Creek and then went on to public school in Clintonville, Wisconsin. I was one of 11 children that my parents had. There were 9 brothers and 1 sister, and my sister was quite a bit older than me, so I was like the one girl in about 5, 6 boys on the younger part of the crew. And we grew up without much. We didn't have a lot of money. My dad worked we were born and raised on a hobby farm. My dad worked off the farm, and my mom always said that her job was the garden that we had, about an acre of garden. And we spent a lot of our summer days shucking peas, cutting corn off the cob, canning, and just making our own food. We had chickens, we would collect eggs. So we tried to produce or through animals get as much food on our own as possible. I was also raised in a quite strict Catholic family. We weren't allowed to watch TV, listen to secular music, or go to dances or movies or that kind of thing. And I will say that was kind of hard on me. I felt very different than my friends. But one of the positive things that came from that is I look back fondly at all the games I played with my siblings and all the wild and rowdy, games that we would play, or even outside, the kick the cans, the hide and seeks, the making the forts, just all the creativity that went into kind of our activities that maybe wouldn't have happened if we were, in front of the TV. It was lots of fond memories. We worked hard on the farm. I mean, like I said, we raised chickens and beef and butchered those on our own, and the food in the garden. We cut up trees and split wood for the fire. So I definitely had a list of chores when I got home from school before I could do anything else.
So I was wondering, how do you think that your upbringing shaped you?
In several different ways. I mean, one of which, like I talked about, is working hard and putting forth your best effort. I didn't mention that my mom was trained as a teacher, so education was very important in her eyes, and definitely the expectation was we got good grades, and she would have my older siblings tutor the younger siblings, and I would tutor the younger siblings as well, whether that meant like reading to them or them giving us our spelling words, or like if we had a test, helping us practice the test material. So we really all helped each other going down the row. So education was important, hard work was important, and just that we all had a part in making the family run and feeding the family and making everything work together.
So you chose psychology for your profession. What led you into that profession?
Well, I guess I can say my parents were not necessarily happy when I chose psychology. But I was very interested in other people and their families, and how they were raised and how their lives were formed and shaped. And I think that just kind of naturally led me to psychology, and the interest just kind of sustained. And I think that's, just that love of learning about other people and their culture is really what led me to you. So, yeah, 23 years later.
23 years later. Happily married.
Yeah.